Yo, yo, yo. What's good, YouTube? As y'all can see, I got a lot of shoes to talk about today. It's your boy, Spence, from Sole Sanity Sneaker Podcast. Let's get ready to talk about these releases for the next 2 days, 4/18, 4/19, Saturday, Sunday, leading up to Easter. So we do have 2 Easter colorways. And then a not so Easter colorway. Kind of wondered why that one got placed on this weekend. You know, a lot of drops. The foam posits would have been a good drop for this weekend, the blue ones. All right, so let's start with the Easter KD4, or as some places are calling them, the Mint Candy KD4. Not really sure where that came from, especially when the shoe already kind of had a name and it's coming out on Easter weekend. And I'm talking about, I didn't just hear like a customer say this, like Sneaker Bar Detroit or House of Heat, these places, reputable names are calling them this, so I don't know where they get this stuff. Who made that up? Where did that come from? And who adopted it, said that was legit. Is this from Nike? I don't know. So, this is an original KD4 colorway. One of the 30 release colorways in 2012. These did release back then for a retail price of $95. We've seen a $55 price increase in about 13 years. This is probably probably like the 8th KD4 to come out in the last year or so. We did get some of the KD3 retros last year, the Christmas. What's that red one? All-Star. And then the breast cancer, the On Pearl. So let's get right into it. Back in 2012, when they did release in a pack. There was a LeBron 9 low and a Kobe 7. All of them had the kind of blue pastel Easter theme to it. Kyrie wasn't there yet, so makes sense. Looks good. Is it the best pack of all time? No. Is this the best Easter colorway out of that one? Yes. I don't know if anybody's going to agree with me on that, but I think so. Out of the 3 shoes that were in that pack, I definitely think this was the best one. The LeBron 9 low retailed for $150, which is a lot for a low top, and the Kobe 7 was going for about $140 at that time. That's not bad. $140 that was also a low top silhouette, but it was all of it. There's not a Kobe 7 low because they're all low. But let's take a look. I see where they see the mint, very, very toothpaste, but not gonna call them that. Okay. At first glance, you can't see it from here, but what catches my eye is the purple pastel on the strap and right here, the underlay of the strap, or overlay technically, on the laces. Probably one of the best parts to me. Also, I'm not a fan of white shoes predominantly, but white is a good accent color for things like this. So we got the white swoosh on the inside, the white swoosh on the strap, and then the white midsole. Very good accent color. They did a really good job with the colorway on this. Laces look good. Everything looks pretty close to OG specs. Let's look at the insole. I think the insole was lavender to match that strap. I just cut my nails. Literally just cut my nails. Big Chucky. I've never seen that. It says Big Chucky right here on the back of the shoe. Somebody let me know down below why that says that. And it does say that on both shoes. Chucky, is that his brother? His brother's name's Charles? I can't remember. Okay. I'm not big on the Kevin Durant lore, he did miss a few. He is missing the playoffs healthy. But I can get into basketball here. People will roast me for not liking KD that much. Alright, I'm not going to take this all the way out, but yeah, we do have a lavender insole that will match the accents of this thing. So, This is a KD4 that I would like to own. Pretty much, I think I've gotten all of them since they retroed them. I have not got the scoring titles yet, but I do plan to pick those up as soon as possible. What other KD4s would you guys like to see return? Some of the ones that I would like to see, the OKC away, black and orange colorway. There's like a black stealth-like colorway. It's pretty much all black with gray on it. That one's nice. Del Sol, silverish gray with the Del Sol lining over here. Black History Month, but we missed February, so is it going to come next year, or are we going to be moved on to like the KD6 by then? I think they're going to skip the 5. I don't think we're going to get a mini KD5 retros. We didn't get mini 3 retros, so we'll see. But Black History Month, is it going to come out next February? I don't know. That would have been a good thing to have in February, because I think the scoring titles came out in March, but yeah. Longhorn, super excited for that. Pause. Creamsicle, pretty much all orange, a little bit of white and blue on it. Nice colorway. It's an OKC vibe as well, but it got the nickname Creamsicle. There's an undefeated. Imagine the undefeated 4, but on a KD4. In 7, whiter black. I could definitely go without either one of these. And it might be navy, not black, but it's a predominantly dark color. I can't really remember. USA, like those. Gold medal, really like those. I would be very excited if the USA or the gold medal got a retro. Maybe the USA. I don't know. The KD4s was out last year when the Olympics were here, so I don't know why we didn't capitalize on that. Interesting. Yeah, what other KD4s would you guys be excited to see? That's just a list of mine. Obviously, the big ones have released already. Weatherman, Nerf, All-Star, The Big Bang, Christmas, scoring titles, Easter's coming out tomorrow, and Aunt Pearls are already all out. So some of the heavy hitters are gone, but let me know down below if you think that, another one should come back. Where does this rank among the ones that I've already released? I would put this in my top 5 colorways that are out already. Probably like All-Star, Weatherman, Christmas, Easter, Nerf, Aunt Pearl. I know some of y'all are going to crucify me for that, for putting Aunt Pearl at 6, but that's a tough list. This shoe has a lot of good colorways, and it's easy to wear, which is why it's considered one of the better basketball silhouettes of the 2010s, of 2000 plus, honestly. Definitely one of the better signature basketball silhouettes. So also releasing on April 18th for actually the next shoe is less than this. So these were $150. The next shoe is going to be $140. It's going to be the Rookie of the Year low. For those of you who don't know, obviously the Rookie of the Year high came out in 2018. This came from when he accepted his Rookie of the Year award. He wore like a tan suede suit. I don't know what kind of swag that is. I'm not going to say that's L drip or anything. But it's probably not my cup of tea. But to each their own. It looks better on the sneaker. Obviously the the Rookie of the Years were coveted Jordan 1 when they released in 2018. You definitely wanted to get your hands on those, and that's when 1s were the most sought after shoe of all time. So even down to a size 8 was like $450 for a new release, which was insane. I'm glad we're not there anymore, but I don't even understand how we got there. So we got the, what does that say? Golden Harvest is the color on this. I haven't seen the Rookie of the Years in a while, and maybe it's the lighting, but these look a little bit darker than what I remember. Actually, let me turn on this light. Okay, it looks like that didn't really do anything. Yeah, these look a little bit darker than the regular Rookie of the Years. Not a whole lot to say about these. Lows don't really do too well. Doesn't look like it comes with extra laces. So no extra laces in the Rookie of the Year, 2025 Rookie of the Year lows. No extra laces. Interesting. Coming with like a sail or something would have been cool. Maybe even a red. I think the highs come with a different lace. So interesting. Especially since like all of the other lows that have come out this year, like the Royal and the Obsidian, have come with, not the Game Royal, I guess, not the Royal. Have come with extra laces. Is this the best low this year? Aside from the Royal 85? Obviously, because that's definitely the best low to come out this year. But let me know what you think about these. And even of the last 6 months, so that would include like the Howard as well. Let me know where you guys rank these: Obsidian, Royal, the Game Royal, not the Royal, the Howards, and then these. Let me know where you guys put those. Let me know if you're among the few who prefer this over the high top. I would much rather have this in a high top, especially in this color. I'm not saying that highs are like ultimately always better than lows, but in this colorway, in this color scheme, I would definitely much rather have the high top version of this sneaker. But yeah, not a whole lot to say about the Rookie of the Year. Good shoe. Pick it up if you want. Rather have this one in my opinion. Like I said, I don't know why this came out this weekend with all the other shoes we're talking about being like Easter theme. This is like Thanksgiving theme. All right, last but not least, shout out my brother, Jeremiah. This is for you. All right. The AE, Anthony Edwards, won the, how do you say it? 3 SSB. So this one was started out as a PE from Anthony Edwards, worn, I think, earlier this month. But he might have worn it a little bit earlier than that, but it started out as a high top. They chopped it all the way off. We got a lean back. Yeah, I couldn't think of a convertible, not metaphor. Damn. I couldn't think of anything to allude to a convertible, but yeah, they chopped the top off. So we got the AE1 3 SSB low. This shoe is the cheapest out of all of them, and I might like it. I'm not gonna say I like it better than the KD, but this is a good option. If I was playing basketball, this would be an amazing option. I will not be hooping these unless they go on sale at my store. Then maybe I consider that. Or if they last 2 weeks, I would consider that. But since I'm not hooping these, I do like the KDs a little bit better. But if I was hooping, this is the cheaper option, probably the better basketball shoe. Yeah, this is a good shoe. I'm not mad at this one at all. Looks good through the back. Pause. Comes with one set of extra laces, the white laces, which I'm actually gonna put in mine if I were to get them. I think this is another scenario where like the white accents are gonna do a lot for this sneaker because it has a lot of color in it. I don't need all this like. This is like I don't know. This is very overbearing. This Easter egg hunt shoe, very very overbearing. So 3 SSB means 3 stripes select basketball. So that's the program that designed these shoes. I don't really know what that means, but obviously probably a section at Adidas of some individuals were able to put some creativity towards and have some input towards the shoe. That's the good thing with them not rushing out like an AE2. They're getting the most out of the AE1. Getting out some colors, squeezing out what's left of it. Sometimes I feel like people move on a little bit too fast from some of their good models, but they want to get it out year by year. But I don't think there's anything wrong with a silhouette lasting more than a year. I really like this translucent bottom. Real nice. Is this better as a high top, though? The one that Anthony Edwards was wearing? I think so. He also wore them with white laces, as I would. So I think so. I would prefer to have this as a high. But a lot of people like Jeremiah and some other people, they really prefer the low. But I'm not feeling it. I have the high tops. I don't like the high tops that much, but I would still rather have them than the lows. Just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think down below. Is this the best Anthony Edwards colorway, high or low? I think it's top 3. Probably the purple or green tied for 1. I think there's 2 purples, but yeah, purple, green. One of the neon colors, purple, green, or pink, for the tied for the first. And I'm talking about that slime, the really deep slime green, and then the black. The black one is really clean. High or low is clean, and then this one's probably my third one. If I was to purchase them with my own money, I would probably purchase this before, since I already have the purple ones, before I purchase either of the other neon ones. But this one's just versatile. Not that my hoop shoes need to go with everything, but I feel like I'm matching, on the court. Confidence is key. For anybody who's seen me hoop, confidence is key. Sometimes I get in my head, but if I get out of my head, I will fry you. So keep that in mind. You better start doing some mental warfare. I know some people that play me, they already know. They already know the tactics, but y'all let me know what you guys think down below. Which one of these sneakers is your pickup this weekend? Are you going to pass on all 3? Like I said, the only one that I plan to purchase is the Easter KD. This one is a secondary, next week, 2 weeks, sale. Not bad as a hoop shoe. This one, I'll wear this one with a little outfit. I'll probably wear it this weekend, honestly, if I can. I don't really have anywhere to go except tomorrow, but I don't think I'll have time to go to the store before, my little meeting. So, we'll see. Hopefully I can get these videos out to you guys tonight. A little bit of extenuating circumstances going on, but I appreciate y'all. I will see y'all next time. Let me know what I can do for y'all better. And if you learned something today, like, comment, or subscribe, or all 3. Please. Thank you.